I love it. It's really cool shapes. I love the way it just takes your eye right up, because the space isn't very big, but having that makes it feel lofty.
Yeah, and do you know what? The main space is going to have to be filled with a bed, because it's not very big, and that's the wall it's going to want to go against, because then you'd be lying looking at that view, and that needs to be really impressive wow feature.
So there's loads of scope for framing that view, I think, here. Perhaps with a curtain or something.
I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, because the Scandinavian style's not very colourful. So I think the secret to making it a success is probably texture and maybe a little bit of pattern. So I'm doing some sketching to see if I can turn it into a pattern to stencil onto something, maybe some fabric or some paper to decorate the inside of the chalet. And I've been looking at Scandinavian folk art for inspiration. I'm focusing on some pretty little flowers at the moment, some little details that won't compete with the bold architecture of the space. I've come outside to do it because I can't help but be inspired by this cracking view. I sketched out this flowery motif, and then I used some tracing paper to trace over one side, flip it over, and trace over again, and the pencil just marks through again. So from there, I was able to cut out a stencil. So I'm going to dab this up and down, and I'm not going to drag it because then it will go underneath the holes that I've cut. This bit's quite relaxing, really. OK, I think that's ready. Let's see how neat it is or isn't. OK, I'm happy with that one. I'm just going to continue this along now until I've gone all the way to the end of my fabric.
Zoe's stencil is almost ready to be sewn onto the curtain as a border.
I've finished my printing now, so I'm just folding over the edges and pressing them down. I'm pretty happy with that.
As the day draws to a close, the chalet is finally finished.
I've just found these lovely damsons. They've got a really nice purpley, plummy colour to them. And there's a bit of purple on the outside of the yurt, so I'd really like to bring some of that to the inside as well. Because the yurt is a circle and we're trying to bring lots of circles into the space, I thought I'd make a jute rug with, this is a nice braided jute. And I've already knotted my thread in the centre. So this bit feels quite secure now, that's not going anywhere. So I can start just coiling it round. I'm going to use the flat surface of the table to press it onto to try and keep it fairly even. And then I want to try and get these stitches through the middle so that they're not seen very much. Probably going to end up looking like a giant 80s coaster. So, Becky, I found this rocking chair by accident, happy accident, in a reclamation yard, which I thought might be quite nice to replace your blue plastic one outside the yurt.
Oh, it would definitely be better than the blue plastic one outside. It's lovely, really lovely.
Yeah, it's a bit more fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I thought we'd bring some plum colour in, paint it with this to match in with the shed.
Yeah, and it also matches the pattern on the outside of the yurt, I noticed.
I did notice that, and it also matches your cardigan as well. That wasn't making that noise a minute ago.
Whose idea was it to print it on this really thick stuff? That's what I want to know. Oh, goodness me.
I don't think it was my spec, actually.
It was me!
It's a good idea, because it means they'll survive longer in the rain.
That's true.
So it'll be worth the pain.
Certainly making the sewing machine churn a bit.
It's got a nice low rumble.
It has.
Go away! Oh, how can I ignore this whimpering dog? Ready? It's over there!